we are in profit now. We go in profit, and then you can see how the market moves. Trading was very hard until I discovered this trading strategy. Now, if you follow along with me as I show you this, it will be the end of your struggles as far as trading and finding entries in the forex market is concerned. Now, many beginner traders really struggle finding entries in the market, but this is a very simple method that I have developed over the years that has helped me to become profitable and also make my trading very easy. As you guys know, I have really shown you many examples of how to trade the one candlestick strategy, but this takes it to another level. Now, if that sounds good, guys, give this video a like, share it with your friends, and also subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, guys. So let's go on to the screen right here so that I can show you that quickly, and then I'll show you an example with live bar replay. Remember, watch the video from the beginning to the end and follow the steps carefully so that you don't miss the important information that I'll be sharing. All right, so my methodology and my approach towards trading was really made simple when I discovered this trading method. It's very simple. You can use it for scalping, you can use it for day trading, you can use it for swing trading, and also position trading if you change the time frame. But for this sake, we are just going to be looking at it on the 4-hour chart, and we'll be scaling down to the entry time frame, which can be a 15 minutes or a 5 minutes chart, right? So let's get started. So how do I find entries? To find entries, I simply look at market structure in combination with a 20-period moving average. This moving average is a 20-period moving average. As you guys can see right here, it's a 20-period moving average. Now, the moving average is to help us to know where the direction of the market is currently going to. It helps us to measure the average price of 20 candles on this time frame right here. So in this case, when I want to trade, for example, I'll be looking at this as a high. This is a low, that is a lower high, and then I'll assume that this is a lower low which was created right here, then a lower high, then a lower low right here, then a lower high here, and a slightly higher low. Now, this method of trading depends on a breakout and a reversal in the market, but you can also trade this with a continuation pattern or strategy within the market. So what I do, I first establish the market structure on that specific time frame. In this case, the market was going down here, so I am going to be marking the most recent lower highs. As the market is moving down, for example, I keep on moving this line to the next lower high. So what I'm waiting for is I want price to break above that line right here, then I'll be engaging the market to trade the reversal. So we move this here. So what happens is that the market finally goes and breaks above this line right here. I can put there a zone so that you guys can be able to see it more clearly. Okay, so this is the last lower high before the market broke above it. So when this happens, I also look at the 20-period moving average right here to see where it is. So the 20-period moving average is also now below the candles, and the most recent lower high was broken by the candles. So I start to look for buys because this is a reversal within the market. So once this has happened here, I now wait for the market to print another candle in that direction, and then that candle which is printed, this one here, after the one that closes above this area here, above the most recent lower high, this candle, the next one that prints, if it's a green candle, I will now mark that green candle for a trade using the one candlestick strategy, which is going to be from its close to its low like this, and then I'll be trading these candles here or the next candles from this area on a lower time frame to catch this move on a reversal. In a bearish side, you just switch. For example, in this area behind here, we can see that the market was pushing up. This was a low, a high, a higher low, pushed up here, created a high, then created a higher low right here, then created a higher high right there, and then the market comes and breaks below this higher low by creating this lower low, creates this lower low before pushing up to create that and then go lower. So this would be also an area where we would trade a reversal for a bearish setup using that strategy, the one candlestick strategy. So if I remove this, you can see that the candle that breaks that market structure low here, that candle, I wait for the next candle, the next bearish candle, which is going to be closing below this level. It doesn't have to be above above that level. So we don't mark these red candles. Wait for the candles that close below this level. So this would be the candle. So we'll be marking that candle like that, and then we'll be trading it on a lower time frame. So I am going to show you this example on a bar replay mode so that we can be able to see clearly how this would work. All right, we are on the 4-hour chart and I have my bar replay tool. All right, so we are going to play and then I'll show you how this whole thing works. So what I'm doing here is I am going to be marking the most recent high points, because now we are in a downtrend. As you can see, the market has broken most recent structure, which is this area right here. Market has broken down. So what I'm looking for is I am looking now, because this is already a downtrend and I've probably missed this setup. So I'm looking to trade a buy trade. So I want to show you guys how to get a buy trade when the market reverses from that selling market to go up. So I'll be moving this to the next lower high when it happens. So let me just play along so that we can see what happens. Okay, so this has created another lower high right here. So I'll push that line. So I want the price to come back up and break above this line for me to start looking for buys. All right, in this case, yes, you could be selling in this market, but I am just showing you an example for a buy so that you can see how it's done in real time. So I move it here and then I wait. Right now you can see that the price has broken above that line, and now the moving average is also crossing below the candles. So now the next green candle, if it is green, if the next candle prints green on this 4-hour chart, then I'll mark it and trade the one candlestick strategy with it. Okay, so let me just play along and we see. Okay, we missed that entry. Let me just show you that you can still trade it. Even if you missed that first candle, you can still enter a trade based off of this other candle. Why? Because we have broken above this most recent lower high, this one here down. Let me show you this area here, and we are also seeing that the moving average has crossed below the price. So we are now looking for buys using the one candlestick strategy. Now what I always do is I would mark this candle's high. I would mark that from there, its close to its open at the bottom like this. Then I'll move this to the front. So I'll be taking trades inside of this purple zone on a 5-minute chart or 15 minutes chart. So what we do next is we go down here on the 15 minutes chart. As you can see, this is the same box right here that we drew on the 4-hour chart. And now what I always do is I also look at the market structure here. We see that also the moving average on the 15 minutes chart is below the price, signifying that the market is actually in a strong uptrend right here. And also we can see that the market is constantly breaking most recent lower highs, and now it is breaking above. Okay, and it's giving us those moves to the upside. As you can see right here, you can see that the market is actually breaking the highs to continue up. So in this case, what do? I now wait for the market to pull back inside of this, then I get an entry here to continue that momentum. So let's play along and we see if we get any entry signal to go long. Okay, so the market has pulled back inside and it is also now below the moving average, the 20-period moving average. So my next setup will be when the market breaks above this moving average right here, I will be able to confirm that the bullish trend is now continuing. Then I can look for my trade entries. Okay, so let's wait and we see. Let's play along. Okay, so we see that here the market breaks above the moving average and it is showing us that it is continuing up. So in this case, I would get my entry around here. My entry would be there and my stop loss would be just below this tradable zone, and I would look for my 1 to 2. Just a 1 to 2 is enough like this, and this is how I would look for my setup to go long, because the market is reversing to go bullish. And I also want to jump onto that trade or jump onto that trend that is forming after a break of the most recent lower high. All right, so let's play along and we see. So we see the market going up. It's now in drawdown. We're in drawdown, but we hold our trade. We be patient, wait for it to trade and go up. We are in profit now. We go in profit, and then you can see how the market moves constantly into profit here until it reaches our target. Now this is how I usually trade, but if you're not a patient person, you may not be able to trade this strategy. But this strategy works wonders and can really help you to find entries in the market. As you can see, we reach take profit here. All right, we reach take profit. This is a swing trade, and this trade actually works out perfectly. You can even see that the market comes back to the tradable zone several times to give you an entry in case you missed this first entry. I believe that if you follow this same procedure right here and you learn how to trade like this, it will help you to find better entries and it will simplify your trading. Guys, I have posted these videos several times and I see that many of you are benefiting from them. All I ask of you now is just subscribe to the channel, show some support, share these videos, and also subscribe if you're not subscribed, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, guys, peace and out.